Alright, so we are back in Hitman 2 to hit some more men. And yes, I am sitting down on this bench waiting for the textures to load in, and now we can move on. We are back in Miami to show some alternate kills that you can do to Sierra and Robert Knox. These videos are going to be post-commentary because I figure it'll allow me to be a little bit more focused when I'm showing off these alternate things here, whereas the main missions will be live commentary, so I figured that would be a good way to do it. So first what we need to do for this mission is to get rid of this guy and get his outfit, but we do have some witnesses here, so we're going to just fish all these guys. And I think this guy's a little suspicious too, so let's stop him before he calls for help. This was surprisingly easy. This guy, usually you have to kind of bait him to go off to the side so that no one can see him. But shockingly, he was just kind of sitting there, and you can just just knock him out, like, right in plain view of everybody, which is really bizarre.
The demonstration is scheduled to take place on the upper floors. Please feel free to use the stairs right over there.
So now we are actually allowed to go up into this area, which is where Robert Knox works. I don't think... We kind of went into this area to blow him up in the main video, but... You know, this is more his actual, like, office spaces and stuff like that. So we have a presentation that we're supposed to go to. Right now what we want to do is find a picture of Robert Knox.
What are you thinking?
And then we are going to actually attend the exhibition, presentation, what have you. I always really like this part because you can see that this robot here, you can actually see in front of it. If you go in front, you can see yourself, like it's got camera eyes, which I think is quite cool that you can actually see in the gameplay. And there's 3 pictures over there. Wonder what that's for.
To get on with the demo. You should come by as soon as possible.
So, all we gotta do now, wait for Robert Knox to phase through the door. I was trying to close the door on him, but he just phased through it. I'm not quite sure how that happened.
Ah, Ted, good to finally see you. Guess traffic was rough. Ah, never mind. Let me show you everything. I'm gonna say something provocative now, Ted. War is going out of fashion. It's dirty. It's just plain bad PR. Nobody wants to exchange their children and loved ones for flags and medals anymore. The glory is gone, Ted. But, luckily, Kronstadt has a solution for that. Imagine this. Android infiltrators operating in the field, disguised and fully embedded, ready to strike at a moment's notice. Indestructible robotic operators who can infiltrate the deepest sanctuary of any adversary, striking an unseen fatal blow, a surgical tool for a blunt world. Imagine an army of them, fully equipped android medics, seeking out wounded servicemen and injured civilians, bringing them to safety or patching them up then and there. Android pilots delivering payloads deep inside enemy territory with uncanny precision and minimal collateral damage. All right, Mendez, it's very straightforward. Let me show you. I just pick any of the pictures on the desk, then I use the scanner to upload the biometric data, and Palace will do the rest.
Target acquired. WB.
Obviously, the final system won't rely on you manually feeding it biometric data. This is still a prototype. This is a pivotal moment in modern conflict solution, Ted. Palace is entirely foolproof. All you need is to pick a photo from the table and scan it just like I showed you.
Nice day for it, isn't it?
Alright, so let's just grab a picture here and test this bad boy out. Should we use... Yeah, let's use this one. This one looks like a good photo.
Target acquired. Robert Knox.
Aw, crap.
knocks down. Now
So
for
the
air
coolest
to
part
the
about
front
that
edge.
is that the gun that robot is using is actually RoboCop's gun. And not only that, after you get a certain percent of mastery in this level, you actually unlock the gun for yourself, which I'm going to show off right here. It's called like the Concept 5 or something like that. It's a very fun gun to use. It's probably my favorite gun in the game. I just think it's a very neat one. So yeah, you can use RoboCop's gun in this game, which I don't quite know why, because this game was published by Warner Brothers, and I was like, oh yeah, maybe they... No. MGM owns the rights to... I guess now Amazon owns the rights to RoboCop. So who knows? I don't know why this made its way in the game. So now we're going to find another way to get rid of Sierra Knox, which I'm sure is a very, very popular way to do it. If I had to guess, the like most done kill in this game, it's probably this one. Like if there were stats for like, you know, 80% of players chose this route, it would probably be this one. This is the funny YouTuber version.
Yeah, I know it's dumb. I think I lost him in the scuffle, but the real mascot is still over there. If I don't get them, I've got no...
Like basically as soon as you see that there's a flamingo costume to get in, that's probably what you're gonna be doing here, if I had to guess. So we need to pick up that dude's keys. Obviously something weird's going on here. So let's put this flamingo guy out of his misery. And then dress up like said flamingo. Now with the keys, we have to find this guy's car, which is apparently just marked on the map. Which doesn't really matter. I think it's because I've played this before that it marks it on the map. I think if you're doing this for the very first time, it does not do that. But we just need to very quickly grab a crowbar, which I completely forgot about. So we're gonna just nab one from this room right in here. This is an illegal action to crowbar this open, and even though the alarm goes off, I feel like it never gets investigated. Like, I feel like no one ever gives a shit. They're just like, yeah, whatever, the car alarm went off. I'm not dealing with that. The only thing about this is that you actually do have to wait for the race to end, but once you get, like, this mission going, I think the game actually speeds it up for you.
Right here.
Like, as soon as you, I think, reach this area, you'll be told, like, yeah, the race is entering the final lap, 47, you're good.
So, you here for a job application or what?
Something like that.
Nice. If you don't mind me saying so, your particular choice of attire is maybe a little, I don't know, off? For a job interview, I mean.
My suit is at the cleaners.
And you couldn't find anything else to wear?
Correct.
You must lead a very interesting life, my friend.
You have no idea.
So, it's a great outfit. Thinking it must get pretty warm in there, though.
It's insulated.
Huh. Imagine that. I guess it would have to be if you're supposed to wear it for hours and hours every day. Do you know, get to use it at home? For parties and things like that, I mean.
No.
Right. I have a friend who's into that sort of thing. Cosplay, assuming imaginary identities. He says it's very liberating. Takes him out of the stress of everyday life and work, you know?
Not really.
Yeah, I guess it's different when you do it for a living. How's the pay?
Sufficient.
Nice. Okay, good talk.
What a good game this is. I love this game so dearly. It's so stupid.
So, Mr.
So now that Sierra's here, we are here for a
Names
sort of an illicit
are for
meeting.
friends.
Very well. Straight to the point in all business.
That hopefully we can get her
Where are we
alone.
going?
Don't worry.
We can exploit
What am I gonna
something
do?
here.
Kill you in broad daylight. I just want a bit of privacy here. Not about to do sensitive business like this in front of an audience.
Good idea.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually do this one if you're not in the flamingo outfit, which is pretty wild. And once again, trying to close the door on people, and they just phase through it anyway. They're like the agents from the Matrix.
Somehow found
Mr. Flamingo.
Ronstadt's involvement in the Tungan Valley massacre.
Sounds about right.
Let's be clear. You
Why,
and I
Mr.
think
Flamingo?
my
Why
father
do you
doesn't need to know
persist?
about this. It's just another undesired distraction.
Because I
don't care
choose
if the
to.
information is true or false. I don't care if it mentions moving money from the Nexus project into Tungan Valley damage control.
How
as
can a
you claim
grown man
in your
degrade himself like that?
correspondence.
I mean,
I do
look at
care
that costume.
about protecting my father, which is why you and I are now here.
I see.
Leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Guys.
Sure thing, Miss Knox. If you need us, just call.
It's never a good sign for the NPCs in this game when you see a man in a flamingo outfit quick save.
And you will do that now.
So give her the documents. You could just murk her here, but I don't think that's going to
So
be
here
fun
are the
enough.
Two possible outcomes of this meeting. One, you will leave this place and this country for good, and that will be the end of it. Everyone lives happily ever after.
I expected her to fall down into that hole there, so we're going to have to try and get her into that hole some way. Oh, there she goes. And that's Sierra Knox.
Next up, Robert Knox.
Next up, Robert Knox. No, we're actually going to be taking out Sierra once again. Sierra 117. So we are now a doctor man. Which we are going to use to our advantage because Sierra Knox has a test that she needs to complete, as we just saw over the intercom.
To get Sierra Knox's phone number. I heard him arguing with that Kronstadt lawyer earlier. No, didn't have any luck.
Thankfully, all this stuff is like right here. You don't need to do anything. I guess I could have brought poison with me, because you can unlock lethal and emetic poison. But thankfully, all this stuff is just literally right here. So we're gonna need to take these two guys out of here. Get both of them out of here. Unfortunately, this guy did just spot me and knows I am absolutely not supposed to be here. I probably would have just killed him here if that camera wasn't there.
You know you'll get hurt acting like that.
But that's okay. We still got this. Our fish friend is still giving us a hand, even in this one. Hey, yo, what are you doing, dude? No, you can't go out there. Absolutely not. Let's put this guy in the bathroom. I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen due to putting this guy in the bathroom here. Alright, now this guy, we need to hide this body too.
The race is entering its final lap, 47.
Yeah, I think that keeps happening, like, every time you reach a certain, like, milestone in a, like, a story you're doing. Because usually, I think it takes about 10 minutes or so, like, in-game, for the race to actually finish. But we do have to wait until the race finishes to do this.
I'm so happy to see you. I'm guessing you're here to replace Dr. Sorensen. I forget your name, sorry?
Dr. Reaper.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, whenever you're ready, you can page Miss Knox. I know she's very eager to get her vitamin boost.
Paging Miss Knox. Paging Miss Sierra Knox. The doctor will see you now.
Excellent
God,
work.
everything he says is so
Sierra
menacing.
Knox should be on her way to the emergency
I would not
area.
listen to this guy.
Yes? I'm Sierra Knox. You paged me. I have an appointment.
Ah, Miss Knox. If you can just...
See, that's the thing about 47 is that he's got to be so
Miss
good at
Knox,
everything. Like, he's
I'm
a
ready.
jack of all trades and a master of all of them. Like, you can dress up like a musician and you just play in a band. You become a doctor, you become a barber. You know, he's got to be good at, like, every single thing. And he's also got, like, a joke book somewhere where he's, like, innuendos 101.
Have a seat.
So here, I forgot to close the door to the body that I hid, and I, for some reason, just didn't even notice that it was open, despite the fact that I've looked into that room multiple times.
So what's in
And then the
this
game
thing?
saved right
floral extracts.
before
Oh, God.
she saw it, which is just wild.
Hey, hey there. Are you okay?
Yeah, this was not one of my best moments here.
So what's in this thing anyway, Doc?
So then I loaded again and tried to close the door very quickly, but me running towards the door somehow got this lady to notice. So we're gonna just try and fix this. Did you see that? Yes, you did. Of course you did. Why wouldn't you have seen that? God damn it.
This is not a
Alright,
fucking joke.
go to sleep, Sierra. She was taking so long to die, I was like, do I have to shoot her? And then she just
Target
keeled
down.
over. But that is not how this story mission's gonna go, so I just reloaded like the entire thing.
So what's on the menu? Something that'll take care of this. Oh God!
And I made sure that the door was closed this
Once I'm
time.
done, you won't feel a thing.
Like, that dude's still in there, and I'm making sure the door doesn't just open for some reason.
Mostly floral extracts, hemlock, belladonna.
Because that's honestly what I thought that's what I
It's
thought
designed to be
happened
fast,
until I went back and looked at the footage. I thought that for whatever reason the door just swung open on its own. But no, I never closed it in the first place.
I'm not. Just relax. It'll be over soon.
And again, he's just got innuendos for every single scenario. Don't worry, when I'm done, you won't feel anything at all. Like, come on, bro.
Hey, Doc. Hope we don't need you today, huh? Hey, you know what? I do feel refreshed. Thanks, Doc.
My pleasure, Miss Knox.
I don't feel well, Doctor.
Don't worry. It'll be over soon, Miss Knox.
Target down. Next up, Robert Knox.
So this is going to be the last one that I show. This is probably one of the more complicated kills to set up in the entire game. And to my surprise, I got it on my very first try, which has never happened before. So first off, we need to get into the office area, like where Robert Knox's office actually is, which means we need a guard uniform. We can't get in here just with this normal uniform here. And then we need to infiltrate the top level here. Unfortunately, this guy somehow knows that I'm not supposed to be here, so I'm just gonna run by him and kind of wait for him to investigate and then go, I don't know who that was, and then just give it up.
Are those eye drops, 47? Looking over Knox's medical files, I see a prescription for medication for chronic dry eye syndrome.
So now we're just going to infiltrate the office space area of here, and I hadn't done this in a while, so I kept trying to figure out which one of this upper area is his actual office. And there's a lot of people up here that know that you're not supposed to be here, like that guy. Although unfortunately we do actually need to get through that area. So, a lot of things in this game you can do by just literally running through an area and not really worrying about it. You know, if you get spotted, the worst that'll happen is that someone will just go, huh, who was that? Look for you a little bit and then go, oh well.
Trouble. Stats are definitive. Let's not make any rookie mistakes.
Unless they keep seeing you. As long as you run out of their sight, they'll just forget about you. But if they keep seeing you, they'll go, okay, this guy's suspicious, and then they'll raise an alarm. So we needed to get that dongle, and now we need to get up out of here into the kind of outside of this building. And I guess I could have literally just walked down the hallway instead of doing what I did. So right out here is the satellite. I think this is just for the, I think the entire internet up here, if I had to guess. You want to disable this so that it just causes absolute chaos. And the only person, apparently, who's qualified to, fix this satellite is Robert himself. So you're going to want to kind of save around here. Give yourself a safety save. This is technically like a two-part mission right here. Because you could just wait for Robert to go off and fix this on his own and push him off. But if you want to really do this specially, you wait for Sierra to turn a corner and get down this area, and you can push him on top of her. So this is why I would say do a safety save, because the timing on this is very tight. You don't want to do this too soon or too late, otherwise you'll miss it. There's a real sweet spot.
Ah, there's my tongue to make sure you pay for the juice
But, you know, you do kind of have to time it correctly. And honestly, the very first time I tried to do that mission, it completely failed. Like, I was trying, like, when this game came out, I mean, I was, you know, trying to do that so many different times. I could not get the timing right. So I was expecting to be in here for the long haul and being like, okay, I'm going to have to wait, you know, X amount of times before I can do this, but I got it on my first try. What can I say? I'm just that good. And then I don't know why I did this, because I was riding such a high from being able to push him off of there. I just started doing like a rampage on my way out. I don't know why I did this, because this could have gone very poorly. I could have just, you know, screwed this up, bungled it right at the end of it, and then have to redo it, but I don't know. I got very lucky. Also, for whatever reason, you can't throw an apricot. It's not a throwable item. Which is really weird.
We've got someone causing trouble.
Thank you. Enough with the Steven cigar.
Also, sometimes when you hold like a food item in your hand and you go to punch someone, you'll smash it into their face, and it's like technically a melee item, but again, the apricots are like nothing. I don't know what the purpose of this item is. I guess it's a distractible item, like a coin, but it's a solid fruit. But I guess apricots are fairly soft, but whatever. There is one of my favorite melee weapons down here, though. We got a didgeridoo, which one of my friends had a didgeridoo growing up, and it's maybe one of the most annoying things to give to a kid because it's so loud. But yeah, I would have loved if the didgeridoo made like a wow noise every single time you hit it, but unfortunately that does not happen.
That was pure evil.
That was pure evil. Also, that's definitely Yuri Lowenthal, so every time I hear that, I'm just like, I'm killing Spider-Man right now. But that's it for this level, and I'll see you in the next actual mission.